I've been having the best freaking week. I've been waking up so excited. My energy has been like 10/10. I don't even have a script planned for this video or a title planned for this video. I'm just so excited to share this concept with you because how often, and it's so natural of us, but how often do we allow outside circumstances to make us feel a certain type of way? Whether we make a certain amount of money that month or not, whether you are in like an argument with a loved one, or something just isn't going your way, or it's not going the way that you think it should be going. An emphasis on how we think things should be going, because that's a big key that I want to talk about today. But so often we give our power away to these external things, to another person, to a circumstance, to a money situation or a business situation or a contract deal or whatever it is. We're giving our power away to these things by saying, you are going to control the way that I feel. You're going to control the way that I think. I'm going to wake up feeling anxious because of you, right? We give whatever that thing is our power. We give them our energy. And you are so much better than that. When you can become self-sourced, meaning you don't need these outside things, these external things to make you feel good, you become so unstoppable. You become so magnetic. You become so full of life. I just want to get this straight. You become so full of life, so whole, so complete. If you've been following along with my videos, you know that my mom just passed away. The man who I called my soulmate, who I was ready to get engaged to and married to, we had to split. There have been many things in my life that I have been like, there's been absolutely no control that I have over. And it's so human and it's so natural. And I let myself, of course, grieve and process all the emotions. But at the end of the day, who has say over how I feel? How can I feel whole and complete, even just outside of those circumstances, even just within other things of like, there's always more room to grow. There's always bigger goals that we have for ourselves. I'm honestly like in such great health. I go to the gym all the time, but I still am like, there's still things that I want to accomplish with my fitness. I see myself getting into calisthenics and dancing more and being even more active than I am. And with my business, I want to serve more people. I want my audience to be bigger. Like there's still like gaps, of course, as there is with everyone, because we're always expanding. There's still a gap of where I wish to become. And instead of seeing some kind of lack there, and instead of saying, I wish that this would happen and feeling that mirrored lack or scarcity energy, how can I become that of which I seek? How can I become, this is what I've been asking myself, and this is a huge energetic shift that I've been experiencing as I've been integrating this. How can I become the thing of which you want a certain thing because of the way that it will make you feel. I want that certain level of fitness and aesthetic and getting into these other activities because it's exciting to me, because it's exhilarating to me, because it feels like adventurous and fun and new. And I like that kind of thing. And instead of feeling, like I'm not there yet, how can I embody the energy that I'm seeking through that? Now, you have to become self-sourced, meaning you have to conjure up the energy and become that of which you are seeking. Because here's the thing, you cannot control external reality. There's this metaphor that it's come across my sphere a lot in these past few weeks. And it's something I want to share with you. And it's this metaphor that when you plant a seed and you have let's just say a flower grow in your garden, right? You plant the seed, you have the great soil, make sure it's in the sunlight, you water it daily. Did you make that flower grow? Some people would say, yeah, I made that flower grow. What you did is you gave that flower the environment to grow. You gave that flower what it needed, the soil, the sunlight, the water, the TLC. You gave the components, the vessel for it to grow, but you did not actually go into the seed and force that flower out and make it grow. You cannot force a flower to grow. So who made that happen? God made that happen. The divine energy that lives within everything made that happen, right? The universal energy. And I want you to think of this in terms of your manifestations, in terms of your dreams, in terms of your desires. You cannot force any outcome into place. But the thing you can do is create the perfect environment, become the perfect vessel for that flower to bloom. And when you become self-sourced, when you put your energy on yourself and you focus on yourself and you focus on your energy and becoming the embodiment of someone who has what you desire, you think like them, you act like them, you talk like them, your energy is like them, you take the actions like they would because you're embodying the energy, you're self-sourced, you create that wholeness from within. You create that sense of like perfection from within, that fullness, rather than when you are putting all of your eggs, all of your attention into, oh, I really, really want this amount of money to manifest. I really, really want this specific relationship to work out. I really, really want this business deal or this contract to go through in the exact way that I want. And you cannot control the outcome. When you put all of your focus onto, oh, I hope this works out, this better work out, I'm really putting all of my energy into this thing manifesting, you're putting stress on the flower. And then if the flower doesn't sprout, what is your energy going to be like? You get depressed, you get anxious, you fall off, whatever it is. You do not stay stable as who you are because of some outside condition. And that is not what we are here to do. This is not what God wants for you, is for you to be unstable due to some outside external circumstance. You want your energy, your who you are as an essence to be strong, to be this core who you are, not you're going to wither and fall away if this thing outside of you doesn't work out. Because when you are following God's plan, when you are following your intuition, right? Following your intuition is like a blind man's journey. You don't know where you're going. It's literally like a blanket of fog in front of you. And then there's these stepping stones. And all you can see is you take one step and all you see is the next stepping stone in front of you. And you just see a blanket of fog and you don't know where you're going. You're really just trusting your intuition. You're trusting God. You're trusting the path that you're being led on. And this is the most like exciting, expansive path that you can be on. Because if you cannot even logically comprehend where you are going, that's when you know that you are being led into the unknown, being led where magic and miracles happen, oh my God, and I can't even tell you how many stories of just the incredible, amazing, beautiful things that have manifested into my life through following my intuition and stepping into the unknown and stepping onto the one stepping stone that I can see and just blindly going and just having that faith and having that trust. When you are on that path, things will not go the way that you think they will. They just won't. And it's because God has a bigger plan. It's like this divine energy that can see all, and it sees either a faster path for you or sees something in you that you need to transform in order to hold this thing that you're calling in. So it needs to create these shifts in your life for you to create the vessel to hold this thing. Either way, no matter what happens in your life, you have to know and you have to trust wholeheartedly that it is for your benefit, that this is happening in your favor, no matter how hard it may feel in that moment, no matter how challenging it may be in that moment, to accept what life is presenting you. At the end of the day, you have to accept whatever life is presenting you with open arms, knowing and trusting that this is meant for you. And so every single day, whatever it is that you're manifesting, because I know you're manifesting something, whatever it is, I want you to ask yourself, what will it give me? Will it give me, like, if I want to manifest a specific money, $10,000 a month, $40,000 a month, whatever it is, if I want to manifest a specific amount of money, what will that give me? Will it give me the confidence around like different groups of people? Will it give me the validation that I'm now good enough? Does it give me a sense of freedom that I don't have to worry about having to struggle to pay these other bills? Whatever that thing is going to give you, you have the say. You have the say to shift your energy right now, to match that right now, to feel that right now. That freedom, that validation, that acceptance, that love, that excitement, that whatever it is, you are able to tap into that right now. You are able to access everything that you want right now. You have it all right now. You have it all right now. I want you to act like, to feel like you literally have access to it all right now, because you do, because it literally exists in the others, because it literally exists in the quantum, because it literally exists. Can I tell you a funny story? So one of my best friends, her name's Raheli, and I love her. And I don't think she'll mind me sharing the story, but she was manifesting a man for sometime, and she was just having like not the best guys that she was dating, like back to back to back. Like they were just not it. Okay. And then she goes on a date with this one guy. And of course she has her list of all the things that she wants in her soulmate, as you should. If you don't have that, you should have that. She has this list of all the different things that she wants in her man. And she goes on a date with this guy, and he matches, like, crosses everything off the list and more. Instant connection. Instant, like, we know we're soulmate type vibes. And guess what? He literally lived like 2 streets down from her, like 2 blocks away from her. It was something like really close by. He was right around the corner the entire time. He was right around the corner the entire time. He existed that entire time. And what she did is she got clear on what she wanted, and she worked to embody that exact frequency. And the quantum field collapsed, the paths met, right? And now they're in a happy relationship, and I love them both to death. What you want exists literally here right now. And everything is all connected. We are all connected to everything. You are connected to the abundance that you seek, right? When you think back down to quantum physics, to energetics, this whole, like, I am not separate from my Owala. I am not separate from my Owala. I am not separate from my phone. If you think about energetics, we are all everything. It's not actual separation. If you put on like goggles of a lens looking at everything through energy, everything is just a blanket of these vibrating atoms. When they do the tests on distant healing and how they prove that distant healing works, and they do tests, they split an atom into 2, and they do it, and they put them like miles and miles, kilometers apart, and they do something to this atom, and it happens at the exact same time to this atom, even though they are separated, even though they are kilometers apart. It is showing us, and it is showing you, that you are connected to everything, to everyone. So that partner you're desiring, the gigs, the clients, the money, whatever it is, you are actually connected to it. You are actually it. I want you to become it. I want you to become the energetic embodiment of whatever it is that you are seeking. Become self-sourced, and no one will ever have anything that they could say to you. Any setback, any fork in the road, any disappointment, it's not actually a disappointment because you're not looking at the external. You are observing the external. You are saying, oh, this is interesting. What happened in front of me? It must be in my favor. Oh, that's interesting that this job that I really, really loved, they ended up letting me go. I'm going to hold my vessel. I'm going to hold my container and be self-sourced in the energy that I want, and be certain that everything is happening for good and that everything I want is already mine. And then you come to realize that this job got taken away from you so that you can pursue those big dreams of singing on Broadway, so that you can enter a timeline that is even more fulfilling and exciting and full of even more love and more abundance. And then I want you to practice that energy every single day when you wake up in the morning. Practice that energy as you fall asleep at night, as you have your eyes closed. Practice that energy as you're driving in your car. Instead of listening to music or having something on, I want you to just have it be silent, and for you to tune into that energy and tap into that energy and focus on how it feels as you have that thing without even needing to have that thing. You are just already that full and that whole. And this is what makes you so magnetic. Guys, seriously, right now, I should be so heartbroken. I should be so distraught. I should be so, like, unfocused on my work. But the energy that I'm in, because I am choosing to find strength and resiliency in the things that have come up in my life, I am feeling more loved than ever. I literally feel like I'm already married. Like I already have like the husband of my dreams. I literally feel like I have like so much abundance around me, so much love and support around me. I feel so full, and I feel so whole, and I feel so complete. And I don't need anything outside of me to feel amazing and to feel incredible. And I want this for you too, because this is how you become an absolute magnet. Like, I feel so magnetic. And if you like this kind of content, if you like this kind of talk, my name is Sabrina. I'm a brain training coach for creatives, dreamers, and entrepreneurs. And in the Better You space, I teach you how to train your brains to hit your goals. So go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new one. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, rewatch this if you need to, and have an amazing day.